Monday, March 28th already, and I'm out in the Chilterns, about to undertake Book 1, Walk 10, approximately 12 miles circular through the Chiltern Hills. It's one of the few Chiltern walks that I've yet to do, and luckily for me, on this rather pleasant day, it's a fair distance. Hereafter though, it's going to be difficult finding decent walks up in the Chilterns for the summer, because the remaining few that I haven't done are quite short. Anyway, it's a lovely day so far, nice and chill, about 10 degrees at the minute, due to warm up though, and pleasantly a bit overcast, but the sun is out, and yeah, so this walk should take about 5 hours. So now 11:30, missed my original train by seconds, but there you go. I'm out here 11:30, should be done by about 4:30, 4:45. Okay, 5 minutes in and we've got the parish church here of St Michael and All Angels, and behind me, somewhere down that road, is the world's oldest model village, built in 1929, Beaconsfield as it's called. Apparently reflects 6 small villages of that period and a small gauge railway. Unfortunately I won't be going down there because I don't have time, but for those that want to research that on Google, please do. Point 6 in the text, ignore the way to the right and continue straight on. Just walking through Brown's Wood, back of these big houses here. Some delightful bird song around, as you probably just heard a moment ago. Jays, green woodpeckers, chaffinches, robins, hedge sparrows are all in here. So, point 7, the Penhouse Estate notice board. According to this, we're about to enter Sandels and Netherlands Woods. And according to my map it's Browns Wood, but there you go. Absolutely delightful. Very nice walking thus far. Dry underfoot. No mud. Bird song everywhere. Just what the doctor ordered. Classic Chilterns beech woods here, interspersed with birch, ivy. Onward path is straight ahead. There's that very interesting mushroom again, or sorry, toadstool, that seems to like birch, and once again the name escapes me. Looked it up several times, but the old memory's going. Point 9 in the text, there's a footpath diversion. Looks very temporary. So instead of walking down by the edge of the field, which is just there on my right, looks like we're headed off that way. Clearly marked on the tree there. So the diversion does bring you out by the 3-armed footpath sign as described in the text, and our onward direction is down straight ahead. And there's the redeveloped wood cottage, which I presume is responsible for the footpath diversion. Anyway, just my luck. Massive tractor taking up the whole of the road ahead. Yeah, it had a trailer full of nitrates on the back, so clearly not organic up this way. Anyway, a view from a point near the three-armed footpath sign. Heard some kites in the air, but yet to be seen. Well, as usual, when you get near an A road you tend to find piles of rubbish nearby. Easy access for lazy people to dump their stuff. Anyway, it's also visible here. You could, in season, get a nice spread of bluebells. Looks like this could be good bluebell territory in May. Just seen a kite alongside a buzzard, which is interesting. A pair of them flying around together. Long-tailed tit there. Lost him. Now entering Hodgemore Woods, which are Forestry Commission woods by the looks of it. Lovely collection of primroses in here. Obviously something they like there in the soil. Who needs bluebells, eh? Everywhere. So, point 14 in the text, where it says, sorry, point 16 in the text, where it says it's easy to get lost. You take this direction, and that no horses symbol sign, as opposed to that one up there, north-northeast, with the pond behind me. And there's the main drag. Point 17 is bang on. A potentially muddy stretch even today, which has been predominantly dry. But it's easy to bypass that following this slightly upper path. Right, I'm at point 19 in the text, and thus far I've seen no posts with yellow bands on them. They must have been replaced by the Horse Riding Society to either have no horse riding or horse riding allowed on them. But anyway, I think it's clear enough that the onward path is straight ahead there. Let's just enjoy this bird song a moment. Interesting. This is the narrow footpath mentioned in point 21, and the point preceding, number 20, is quite confusing as well. But clearly the footpath has been broadened, and this is the onward direction. Would pay to bring a compass for this section. Okay, point 21. That's the main path going off there to the left, and this is the path we take going off at 140 degrees to the right. There are no yellow bordered footpath signs as mentioned in the text, so that kind of makes it confusing a little bit, because you're looking out for those and they're not around. So yeah, caution needed through that section. Very rarely get to see this bird, but the chiff-chaff in that tree there. Just enjoy that spring song. Over there in the distance is the town of Chalfont St Giles. One of the very many pubs in Chalfont St Giles, the White Hart Inn. There's another lunchtime possibility, Milton's Head, named after the famous poet and Republican who moved up here apparently to avoid the plague. And this is the village where he wrote Paradise Lost and started Paradise Regained. His cottage is up here on the right in a very short distance. There it is, Milton's cottage. Another little known fact is that this village, Chalfont St Giles, was apparently used as Warmington-on-Sea in Dad's army. It'd be interesting to see if I recognise any of the sites. Pretty self-explanatory, that. And good to see, never once to miss an opportunity, the Indians have opened up Milton's Indian restaurant. Well, that's the recommended lunchtime pub, the Merlin's Cave. Quite a busy village, this. There's the old village sign. Yeah, another best kept village. God knows how many of them I've seen in Buckinghamshire. Seems to change every year. Anyway, I'll have my lunch over there somewhere. Seems an appropriate spot. It's around that time. Right. Don't actually recognise much here in terms of Dad's army. Yeah, that's 1:45. BST now, British summertime. I suppose that could be vaguely familiar. It wasn't often that they filmed out in the street anyway. There's a butcher's shop up there which could have been used. A couple of other pubs there on my right. A little bit noisier than my usual lunchtime stops, but this will do. Next to the village pond. No bank though, I noticed, so God knows where Mannering worked. Now this bench, appropriately enough, has been donated to the village by the Walkers from the Crown. Now I presume that's a family, the Walkers, but it could be a walking group, thinking about the likes of me. Little stream behind me as well. Here's the parish church. Lunch being had now. Second section, part 2 of the walk. And that clock's got an interesting date on it. (1869). And looking back towards the wooden beamed entrance. Chaffinch singing in the background. And we're now following a number of trails, as can be seen here. The South Bucks Way, the Chiltern Way, or the Chiltern Heritage Trail. Could only happen in leafy bucks, really. A bit concerned about their churchyard maintenance. Apparently it's only done once a month, and towards the end of that month it may appear slightly unkempt. Oh dear. Very nice churchyard it is as well. And there's a church from another angle. Well, the riverbed's no longer dried out as per the text, which is a very good thing. Interesting what can happen over a few years, eh? Point 33 of the text refers to the River Misbourne having dried up through over extraction. Well, as I mentioned earlier, it seems to be flowing very nicely now. Thank God. So something must have been done about that. Yellow hammer in the background there. Oh, he's stopped now. Anyway, there's a busy A-road over there in the distance, which you can't escape from. In fact, it's a chaffinch. There is the said songbird. Delightful there amongst the blossoms. Gone. Just been warned by a local to bypass this field here with horses in it, which I did do. I'd read about this somewhere as well. Apparently the horses bit a rambler the other week, and yeah, you see that one down there guarding the kissing gate. But yeah, they bit the woman and she had to be rushed off to hospital and got a very nasty operation out of it, so I read. And I think that was on the Time Out Saturday Walkers Club website that I read that. Yeah, I forgot to download the updates. Anyway, thanks to the woman I bumped into, I avoided this field. Now you've got Black Beauty there as well, with the old white forehead. Walking through relatively new woodland, mentioned in point 44 of the text. And just as a time indicator, it's now about 3:30. Metal field gate mentioned in point 45 has now been dispensed with. Coming out into open parkland now. Very strange. Little boat over there. Land ahoy. Some playhouses as well. I think I've been on this common before, though I can't remember which walk it was. Okay, point 46, no longer a stile, been replaced by a gate. Presumably you go through it and come out onto a track over the distance there, but you might as well stick on this track next to it by the looks of things. Sure they come out in the same place. Okay, point 48, I'm going to avoid the road walking, which is down that way, keeping these pylons on your right, eyesores that they are, and continue straight on down this brief shortcut. Village green at the Quaker village of Chilterns. I decided not to go back on myself to visit the meeting house, but there you go. This is the estate office. And next to it, rather interestingly, is a faded plan of the village of Chilterns, with all the properties marked out on it like you'd see at the land reg. Amazing. That weather vane above there was apparently donated by this chap mentioned here, Robin Allen, member of the management committee. Looking back at the quaint village of Chilterns, well, it's hardly a village, it's a hamlet. Very interesting. From point 59 in the text. Another week, another golf course. Guess this must be Seer Green golf course. Great day if you want to play golf. Not a soul on this course today. They give their right arm for a golf course like this in Japan. Incredible. Well, it's so quiet, pheasants even come out onto the course. Yeah, maybe using giving their right arms the wrong expression. Wouldn't be able to play golf without that, would you? Anyway, maybe you'd give all the tea in China for a golf course like this. Just about to cross over the railway line now. Soon be back in Beaconsfield, or Beaconsfield as it's locally known. Yep, that direction is Beaconsfield. Slightly out with my timings. Just missed the 16:52. And lo and behold, the next one, 17:09, is running 4 minutes late. So had the other one been running 4 minutes late, I'd have been able to get on that. And it's a fast one as well. Anyway, that's the railway system for you. Late as usual. Very pleasant walk though. Book 1, walk 10. All 12 miles of it. Typical Chilterns walk. Combined with some riverside walking. So that's another one down. And just as a postscript, very appropriate enough, that lady in blue walking down there has just given me a form to fill out about Chiltern Railways, doing some kind of customer survey. So she's chosen the wrong day to do that with me, I'll tell you.